This poor horse would have died here in the north, and this poor lady would have froze her butt off. There we go.
When Stacie Smith glanced over the new Yellowknife tourism brochure, she couldn't believe what she saw. An Indigenous woman, south of 60, dressed in buckskin with a painted face, kneeling beside a horse.
A blatant disrespect and a disregard for the First Nations culture that we have here in the NWT.
This is the second year Smith has used the advertising agency Enroute Mapping from Alberta. She says the company gave off the impression that the photos would be from the north, representing the north.
We have so many photographers and artists here in the north. There are hand games, there are assemblies, and we always have news reporters out there taking photographs of these events. So there's an abundance of photos of our culture. So for them to take that specific one was just ridiculous.
Smith is not alone. Jay Bercier says the brochure, which folds out into a map of the city, misrepresents local First Nations culture.
I think of Alberta, really. We know the difference. And to show other people the difference is part of learning and part of teaching our culture.
But the southern imagery doesn't end with the woman and the horse. The brochure also depicts snowshoes and teepees that are not regionally accurate and fish not often found in the NWT.
And we don't have salmon. Like, it's very rare that you'll catch yourself a salmon here.
Smith expressed her frustration via email to Enroute Mapping Advertising and learned that the picture was chosen from a stock photo service. A brochure content creator told Smith that she merely saw the picture as a beautiful photo and that she loved Indigenous people.
She has a daughter-in-law who is First Nations. So she thought it was completely appropriate and said that she was a very proud Cookham, which is great, but it has nothing to do with our culture.
APTN spoke with Enroute Mapping. They offered their apologies and said that all images used were stock images labeled Yellowknife. However, most of the photos used are from other areas of Canada.
In my response to her email, certainly, I appreciate, anybody's thoughts and opinions, and like I had mentioned to her, was incorporating, Yellowknife's cover. I had, asked others on this end, what do you think? And they thought the same thing that I felt, that this was just an amazing picture.
In the meantime, Smith says she hopes more accurate representations of the North will make it onto the pages of tourism brochures.
I want to see a dog team on here. I want to see our people, our drummers. I want to see our hand games. I want to see our elders, because that's what is the NWT.
Charlotte Moore Jacobs, APTN National News, Yellowknife.